I used the word nevertheless. I used the passive voice, and my grammar was perfect. So why did I get a 6 again?
Does that sound like you? You're not alone. Thousands of students are trapped in the 6 loop because they focus on the words instead of the skeleton.
Today, we're breaking that loop. We're moving you from good enough to level 7+.
Welcome to Breakfast English Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Mark. Today, we aren't just teaching you English. We're giving you the master key to the IELTS writing examiner's heart.
Most people think Task 2 is an English test. It's not. It's a logic test. If your structure is messy, your score will be too.
We've got a blueprint that works every time. Grab your coffee, sharpen your pencils. Let's decode the 7 structure.
Okay, Mark, let's get down to business. When students look at a blank page, their first instinct is to write as much as possible. They think, if I write 5 or 6 paragraphs, the examiner will be impressed.
Big mistake. In IELTS writing, quality beats quantity every single time. For a 7+, you don't need a mountain of ideas. You need the golden ratio, 4 paragraphs. That's it.
Exactly. An introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. But let's look at the introduction first, because that's where you make your first impression.
Right. A 7+ introduction only needs 2 things. First, the paraphrase. You take the exam question and rewrite it using your own words. Never, and I mean never, copy the words from the prompt.
And the second thing? This is the one people forget.
The thesis statement. This is your roadmap. You must tell the examiner exactly what you think and what you are going to talk about. If the question asks, do you agree or disagree, you say, I completely agree because of X and Y.
No cliffhangers here. Don't keep your opinion a secret until the end. Tell them immediately. It shows the examiner that you have a clear position from start to finish.
Spot on. If you do this, you're already halfway to that 7.0 before you've even started the main body.
So we've nailed the introduction. Our roadmap is ready. But now, Mark, we need to write the paper itself. The body paragraphs are where students usually lose their way. They start with one idea, jump to another, and suddenly the paragraph is a complete mess.
That's the 6.5 trap. Students think that more ideas equal a higher score. It's actually the opposite. To get a 7, you need depth, not just variety. And the best way to achieve that is the peel formula.
Peel, like peeling an orange?
Exactly. You're getting to the juicy center of your argument. Let's break it down. P stands for point. This is your topic sentence. It should be one clear, simple sentence that tells the examiner exactly what the paragraph is about.
Okay, so no flowery language here, just the main point. What's next?
The first E is explanation. This is where you answer the question, why? If you say that public transport is good for cities, you have to explain why. For example, because it reduces traffic congestion and carbon emissions.
And then we need evidence, right? The second E.
Precisely. Example. A 7 essay needs to be concrete. You could say, for instance, in cities like Vienna, the expansion of the U-Bahn network has significantly decreased the number of private cars in the center. It makes your argument feel real.
And finally, the L.
Link. Don't just leave your example hanging. Use the last sentence to link everything back to the main question of the essay. It's like putting a bow on a gift. It makes the paragraph feel complete and professional.
Point, explanation, example, link. If you do that for both body paragraphs, you're not just writing, you're building a logical fortress. Okay, Mark, let's play a game. I'm the examiner, and you're a student who's panicking. You have 5 minutes left, and you're trying to squeeze in every idea you have. Go.
Technology is great. It saves time. Also, people work from home, and kids use iPads in school. It's very popular. Everyone likes it.
Stop. My head is spinning. Did you hear that, guys? That's what we call the machine gun approach.
It felt like a machine gun. Just bang, bang, bang. Idea after idea, but zero explanation.
Exactly. To a listener and to an examiner, that sounds like a shopping list. It's like you're saying, I have an idea, check, another one, check, but you're not developing anything.
Right. If you're aiming for a 7.0, you need to slow down. Instead of 3 small ideas, give me one big idea and let it breathe.
So instead of saying technology is great because of X, Y, and Z, just pick X. Tell me how it works. Tell me why it matters. If you just jump from one thing to another, the examiner thinks this student has the vocabulary, but they don't have the logic.
And logic is the bridge to that band 7. So listeners, if you feel like you're firing ideas at the page, take a breath, pick one, peel it. Don't be a machine gun.
Okay, we have our structure, we have our Peel formula. But Mark, how do we make it sound, expensive, like a 7+ essay?
Expensive is a good word. It's all about the glue, the words that connect your ideas. Most students use firstly, secondly, and I think. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're a bit basic.
They're like wearing a plain white t-shirt. It works, but it doesn't stand out. Let's play a game called the 7.0 upgrade. I'll give you a basic phrase, and you give me the professional version.
Challenge accepted. Let's go.
Phrase 1, because of this.
Upgrade, consequently, or as a result of this trend. It sounds much more academic.
Nice. How about I think that?
Upgrade, it is widely argued that, or from my perspective. It shows you can look at the big picture, not just your own head.
Okay, last one. This is the big one. For example.
Oh, everyone uses that. Try this. A clear illustration of this can be seen in, or this is best exemplified by.
Wow, that really does sound more professional. But wait, Mark, should I put one of these in every single sentence?
Definitely not. That's another trap. If you use too many linking words, your essay starts to look like a robot wrote it. For a 7.0, the connection between sentences should feel natural. It's like salt in a soup. You need it, but if you put too much, you ruin the whole thing.
So use them wisely. Use them to guide the reader, not to show off. All right, we've built the house, we've painted the walls. Now we just need the roof, the conclusion.
And the roof is the easiest part, but so many people trip right at the finish line.
Why? Are they trying to be too creative at the end?
Exactly. They think they need a grand finale. They start introducing new ideas or fresh arguments in the last paragraph. Listeners, never do that.
It's like watching a movie where a new character appears in the last 30 seconds. It's confusing.
Spot on. A 7.0 plus conclusion should only do two things: restate your opinion and summarize your main points. Use different words than you used in the introduction, but keep the message the same.
So, in conclusion, although technology has some risks, I believe the benefits for education and work are much greater. Done. Simple. Clear.
Exactly. No surprises. Just a smooth landing.
Well, that's our blueprint for today. We've gone from the 4-paragraph structure to the Peel formula and even did some vocabulary upgrades.
Remember, guys, IELTS writing isn't about being a genius. It's about being organized.
Practice this structure with just one essay this week. Focus on the logic, not just the language. And that's the golden ratio, Mark. Honestly, I wish someone had told me about this when I was taking my exams. It makes everything so much less stressful.
Right? It's like having a map in a dark forest. You might still be a bit nervous, but at least you know which way to walk.
Exactly. And to our listeners, don't feel like you have to master this in one day. Writing is a muscle. You have to train it.
Definitely. So here's a little breakfast challenge for you. Take any IELTS question, doesn't matter which one, and just write the introduction and one body paragraph using the Peel method. Just one.
And if you're feeling brave, post it in the comments on our page. We'd love to see your peeled arguments. Mark and I might even drop by to give you some feedback.
Oh, I'd love to see those. It's always the best part of my morning, seeing how you guys progress.
Well, my coffee is almost empty, which means it's time for us to head out and let you get to work.
Same here. Thanks for spending your morning with us. Keep your logic sharp, your structure clear, and your coffee hot.
Happy writing, everyone. We'll be back next week with more tips for your English journey.
Take care, guys. See you soon.
Bye.